Hello everyone, today we're going to do a Huda Beauty inspired makeup look, and we're starting off with the MAC Pro Longwear paint pot in Let's Skate. And you see from my face that it was pretty dry, which I didn't like. I rarely use it because it has lots of glitter in it. So later I added a bit of Farsali oil in it, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Just applying it to my lids with my fingernails, which are of course my trademark. Now the Huda Beauty New Nudes, I start with color Tease and I apply it all over my crease with a fluffy brush, making sure that I cover every bit of my eyelid. You know, I have hooded eyelids, so makeup is always a challenge for me, but most people in the world have hooded eyelids. Lucky those who don't, but yeah, that's how it is. I am using shade Spanked to define my eyes and add more depth to them, like I recently saw in a tutorial, and it really works by making a V and connecting the two bits. As you can see, I'm doing it with a smaller pencil brush, and this color is darker than the first color I was using. Huda Beauty eyeshadows blend very well, and actually now I realize there was no fallout. I never had to wipe the fallout from under my eyes, so if you enjoy that feature in an eyeshadow, go for it. Now using shade Love Bite, which is even darker, and a blending brush from MAC, I accentuate that V, which will make my eyes appear wider and further apart, giving me a very mysterious look. Then with my finger I take shade Fantasy, which is stunning, seriously. There's nothing quite like it. It's foiled, it's gorgeous, and so easy to apply. It works best applied with the fingers. That's why I'm doing it like this. It doesn't really work as nicely with the brush. There's no depth. Somehow the fingers do the best job. Look at that, how pretty it is. Then I take shade Infatuated, which is lots of glitter, and I carefully apply it in the corner of my eye. Who knew that nude eyeshadows could look so good? Huda Beauty does the best job at creating beautiful colors that have us hooked. Now I'm using shade Seychelles from the highlighter palette to add dimension to my inner corner and above the crease. Then I blend it all with that big fluffy brush. Now taking the Huda Beauty FauxFilter foundation, mine is in color Shortbread, and I'm mixing it with a bit of Farsali Rose Gold Elixir because it's very high coverage and very mattifying. I can tell you that I didn't mix enough, so I had to add a bit more, and the coverage indeed was reduced. So if you're someone who enjoys less coverage, perhaps you might want to experiment with how much oil you mix in it, or if you have, of course, dry skin. As for myself, I think I'm going to have to add less oil because right now it's a few hours after applying and it looks too natural for me. I like more coverage after all. Nevertheless, I am very happy with the foundation. Now the Overachiever concealer. Look how cute the applicator is. Mine is in shade Meringue 04N. Nevertheless, I didn't want to apply it with that cute applicator, and I still used a concealer brush. Then I buffed everything in with the beauty blender as usual. That's a very high coverage concealer, even higher coverage than the foundation. Then the powder, Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. Mine is shade Pound Cake. which is closest to my real color. It does help the concealer from prevent it from creasing, and it does mattify the skin when applied all over. It is just a tiny bit translucent. It has a bit of glitter that you see only in the sunshine, otherwise it just blurs imperfections and it makes everything looks great. Now Kevin Aucoin, the contour book, I'm using shade Sculpting Medium to sculpt my cheekbones because I'm fairly pale, as you can see. I still want some dimension, but I didn't want to use the deep color. And I'm using Sculpting Light to try to make my nose a bit thinner and more defined. Now I'm buffing it all in with a large fluffy brush to make those lines look less obvious. Buffing is so important. Now for highlighter, I'm using shade Fiji from the 3D highlighter palette, and I'm applying it with my fingers because it's a cream base. My highlighter palette is Golden Sands edition, the one for paler skin. Now I'm topping it with shade Seychelles, which is the pure gold highlighter, and it looks great. Now bronzing with Tahiri all over. The packaging says I should use that for contour as well, but it's too much for me. As for blusher, shade Zanzibar is so pretty, and it's one of those shades that has a bit of glitter, golden glitter in it. So if I don't have time to do a full makeup routine, I just swipe that over my cheeks and I'm good to go. As you see, the blush color is not extremely dark and it looks super cute together with everything else. Here are my Guerlain Meteorites that I use as a finishing powder to make sure that I am fully blended everywhere. Now I applied my eyeshadow and everything else. It's time for the Trophy Wife pencil from the lip contour kit that I got a long time ago in Dubai. It's still my favorite. The color is such a beautiful nude mauve that is almost the same as my lip color. And you see what I did there, how I matched my eyeshadow with my lips. It rarely happens to put so much thought. I am contouring my lips in the way that I saw Huda does it, to have full plump lips, because I just love full plump lips. Then the lipstick, it's called Trophy Wife. It's a liquid matte from an older collection, but still gorgeous. It applies so easily in one coat. It's opaque and it doesn't dry my lips. Who could ask for more from a liquid lipstick? Well, I do want more shine, and that's why I use the Huda Beauty Lip Strobe in Shameless to define my lips all the way. How pretty is that? That's the final look. I hope you enjoyed, and bye!